Well, good morning. Oh, it's muted. Am I muted or am I not? I don't think I'm muted anymore. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. It is April 2nd. Is that right? Well, I no, it's I'm thinking April 2nd because it's my daughter's wedding. Hello. I've been having wedding on the brain, so I apologize about that. It's actually March 3rd, and if you're watching this tutorial, I think you're going to enjoy it. Hopefully you'll be able to catch up on the live and be able to ask me questions as I go through this process. And so, if you have any questions, feel free to comment in the chat. I have my cell phone up and I am watching. Anyway, so I was doing a tutorial on this card. This is the Spellbinders, what do you call it? Caboodle, deluxe caboodle. That was for February, and you guys probably saw the unboxing that I did live on that, and I finally got to play with it. And as I was playing with it, and wrapping up my video to go into editing, I said to myself, you know what? Let me go ahead and, finish it all the way and put a blank insert in here. But one of the things that I really, really love about creating cards is creating my own custom insert. And I thought to myself, this one is going to be for a family member that we absolutely love. Not going to say who it is, just in case they're watching. So, I said, let me go ahead and create a sentiment. And of course, when I did that, I remembered one of the viewers had made a comment, I think last week, saying, I would love to see a video on how you create sentiments. This is pretty much the same way. So I'm going to take you through the entire process of this, and together we will make a free, and I'm not joking, this is absolutely free. If you have a laser printer or a color printer, you can do this. I will be using foils, but we're going to make a custom greeting that looks like this. Is this not the most beautiful thing that you can see, that you can actually create for free? You don't have to go to Etsy and pay for custom inserts, although you don't have to print, you don't have to use foil, you just buy glue, whatever. And if you guys are interested in me creating these files and then putting them for sale on my Etsy shop, let me know, because that's one thing I never do it. I have an Etsy shop where I've created planners and all kinds of really elaborate things. So anyway, to get to this, we're going to start first on the inspiration, because I think starting with a blank canvas, and I'm going to take this away so you guys are not going to get distracted. Starting with a blank canvas is very intimidating, and sometimes you're just looking at this blank canvas going, what the heck do I want it to say? Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to show you is my inspiration. Okay, and let me go over here to my Chrome, and then I'm going to switch the camera. Okay. So the very first thing that I do here, okay, is I open up my Chrome and I just do something like, what kind of greeting do I want it to be? Okay. And this, I want spring greeting. Okay. And that's all I do is I type in here and then I start looking at what results I get. Okay. If it's a birthday card, if I want it to be a funny birthday card, I would go over here. Sometimes I click on the images and that will show up. Okay. And I'll look at the different images and see if any of them appeal to me. This can take some time, but allow yourself some time. Now, my internet browser automatically goes to Bing, and what I noticed here was in this area here, there are some greetings here, okay, and some of these are like paid advertisements. Well, when I went to this Wishes MSG, which is that message website, and I'm going to pull it right over here, okay, I just clicked on this, and then I got this link here, okay. I got all kinds of different kind of spring messages, which were really cool, okay, really cool. And you can use this either for your card or if you have a business. In April 1st, I will be going back to being a perfectly posh advocate and having a team again. And so if any of my team members are watching this does apply to making graphics for yourself, as well as inserts and greetings. So anyway, I just researched in here, okay, and the one that I liked, I've already put it in the search, as you can see. I really liked this greeting. It spoke to me. And I said, okay, I want to make a greeting with that. Okay. So what did I end up doing was copying this and going to my favorite application, Canva. Okay. Canva is amazing, and that is canva.com. There is a free version and there's a paid version. Yes, I have the paid version, but when you can do things for free, when they don't have this little symbol here that is a crown that says Pro. And I made sure that every single font that I used for this greeting was free. Every single illustration that I used is free. So when I tell you that you can make this for free, you don't have to purchase anything. When you download, it'll let you download it to your computer. I'm being 100% honest. Okay. So what I did, and you'll see this, is let me go over here, and I'm just going to add a page. Okay. Add a page here, and I'm going to doing was going over here and copying this. Okay. Just copy this, and then taking the font, which is the text over here to the left, and picking anything. You could do a heading, you could do subheading. It doesn't matter as long as a text box appears. Okay. And then because it's highlighted, I don't have to click into it. I can just do my Control V to paste. Okay. And that's what I end up doing. Okay. Now this is very big, so I'm just going to go ahead and make this smaller. Okay. Okay. So again, with the font, with the greeting, I want to personalize this. And this is actually going to be coming from Jeff and I. And so I have to change everything grammatically correct to we. Okay. So we admire just as much as we adore you. May this season become the sweetest time of not our lives. Yes, but how I did this, okay? So we actually are working with 3 different fonts on here, okay? The first font that we're using is called Boston Angel, okay? I wanted a font that was elegant but clean. The other thing that I want to share with you is when I do these greetings and they're for foiling, I make sure that the font is thick enough that the toner paper will really catch that foil. When I use thinner fonts, okay, if we click here to Boston Angel, you can see what I'm talking about. But if you use thinner fonts such as this, I can't even, Benedict, okay, that is so thin that it just, to me, it doesn't look great on a greeting that is foiled. So I try to stick to the thicker ones. Again, if it's with a crown, that means you have to be a pro user. But if it doesn't have a crown, it is free to use. Okay. So now that you know that this is 3 different font sizes, okay, and let's see, this one is 12. We're going to go ahead and take this and make this all 12. Okay. And you can just highlight it and put 12, enter. There you go. Now we're going to break it up. All right. So I have to keep on flipping because I don't want to like do something different. But I put a space after admire. Okay. So let's go here. And then spring is on its own. All right, just as much as, and then we adore you. And I took out love. That's one thing that I just noticed. I took out love. And may this season become, and then the sweetest time of your life. I believe that's right. Yep, that's what I did. Okay, so now what I did, and so you understand how Canva works with multiple fonts. When Canva, when you're trying to do multiple fonts in Canva, you have to do it per line. If you want to have multiple fonts in the line, then you're going to have multiple text boxes and then line them up. I'm not going to show you in this video what that is, but I have done that for other greetings. Okay. I really didn't want to complicate that. So we're going to go up here to font again, right? And let me scroll all the way down. Now, I'm making it easy on myself because I'm going to be using the fonts that I have here, my most recent fonts. The first one is Boston Angel. It is size 12. Okay. The next one is Pacifico. Okay. And you can see that the font size is 29. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change this to Pacifico, and then I'm going to also make this 29. Okay. And then this one here is the same as We Admire. And so I'm going to go back to Boston Angel. And We Adore You is also Pacifico. And this is Boston Angel. This is a different font. So let's go ahead and do these. Pacifico, 29. Boston Angel. And now we come to the Sweetest. The Sweetest, I felt like I wanted a different font. You don't have to, but for me, I didn't really like the way the Sweetest looked with this Pacifico. So this one is called Sigmar 1. Okay. And we will go up here and we are going to highlight the Sweetest. We're going to make this Sigmar 1. And what size was that? I can't remember. Does anyone remember? 19. Okay. And we'll change that to 19. Okay. And then here, this was, again, Boston Angel. Okay. So now that we've done that, if you look at this text box and this one, it looks so much different. And what is the difference? Well, the difference is the spacing of the characters and the line. Okay. So again, I'm going to go ahead and click on these fonts here so I can tell you exactly what I did. All right. So if you go to click on We Admire, all right, and then go to this right here called spacing, you will see that the letter spacing is usually here at 0, but we have it here at 203. Okay. So we want to make sure that this this letter spacing is at 203 for every single one that is the Boston Angel. So let's go ahead and fix that. And I love doing this. This makes a huge difference in the way that it is aesthetically looks. So 203, and you can type that in as well. And so it changes here. We'll do this again. Hello. 203. .203, and then this one, 203. So it's starting to look like this, but there's something else that's different, and that is the line spacing. Okay, so the line spacing for spring, okay, is I believe that one is different. So let's look at it. Yep. The line spacing is at 1.75. I made it, I shrank it up a little bit, okay? Or did I make it bigger? I think I made this one bigger and the We Admire smaller. So let's go to the spring. And this is why I do these things in advance. So the normal spacing is 1.4, and we're going to change that to 1.75. And again, this is like personal preference. Okay. So what that did was it increased the line spacing between spring and just as much. Now we go to admire, okay, and we can see that the line spacing is at 1.4, but we want to make that closer. So let's go over here and see what I did. This one, we did the spacing, actually we decreased it all the way to 0.55. So let's go ahead and do that. And, no. All right, hopefully you guys can still see me. I lost internet connection. That was really, really weird. Okay, if you can see me, let me know. All right. I have no idea what in the world happened. Hopefully it wasn't a brand new video that shows. All right, so let's go back over here, and we're going to go ahead and do this at 1.75. Right, and I believe, let's just make sure here. This one is at 1.75. That's at 1.75. 1.75. Okay. Okay, let's see here. All right. For some reason, I'm having connection issues, and I don't know exactly what in the world is going on. So I apologize about that, guys. All right, so now these are all 1.75, but I don't feel like this is right. So let's see here. Adore You. This is 22. Is that the problem? Oops. Let me do this one more time. 22, 1.75. Yeah. There we go. All right, so now it's exactly the same way. And then to get this illustration here, all I did was go to Elements and type in flowers, okay? And then you'll have all kinds of different flowers that you want. Now, if you're going to be doing foiling, definitely do the foiling of things like, let me show you. I'm just going to click right here. Something like this would be fine. You don't want to do something like this. This is something great for your color printer, not good for foiling, because when it foils, it's just going to foil black, right? Okay, so just make sure that you are understanding that. If the illustration has a lot of detail, like this would be absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. If I was doing this on a color printer. You see that? Like, I could just do this. This is the middle. This is too big. You go like that. Put this in the corner. Copy this. And then go to position. Rotate 180 degrees. Grab it. Put it down here on the bottom. That'll be absolutely beautiful. Okay. But that is not what I'm going for, because I'm not doing this on a color printer. I am doing this on a laser printer. Okay. And if you see these lines here, this means that this is center. This is not center. Okay. So let's go ahead and take this off. This is absolutely beautiful, by the way. Right. We're going to go back to elements here. All right. And this is the element that I used. Okay. And when I looked at it, I was like, you know, I really don't like the direction that it's going in. Okay. And I feel like I want to make it, bigger. Although it came, when I first chose it, it was much smaller than this. So I had to expand the size, but you can expand the size however big, small that you want. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy this, but this one, the position, I'm going to do 180. So one on the top, one on the bottom. Okay. So now this one will go on the top, this one will go on the bottom. Okay. And I want to position this. The way Canva works is that they have margins, so I don't like to put anything above the margin. I'm just going to put it right there, make sure that it's centered. And then I'm going to put this, make sure that this is centered. And then this over here. And if you're wondering, oh, well, I'm not really sure if it is all like aligned properly, then you can go to this position again. This will open up and you can tell that it is centered, but we just want to tidy it up. That means it's adjusting it. And so it adjusted it here. Okay. So that is how you create that. Okay. And then when you're ready to print it out, you click on share and then download. Now, don't hit download automatically. There are some choices that you can have here. If you, let's just say you're doing this for a client and they want 500 of these. You do not want to print it out yourself. Canva actually has a printing service, just so you know. You do have to pay for that. But you can send it to Canva and then they will print it out and send it to you directly. Anything that I print out for my laser printer, I want to use PNG. Okay. It's just, it's a much more crisp look on the printer. Okay. PDF is also good, but I tend to use the PNG and I feel like that's better. If you want to, and this is totally like advanced, this would be another video all by itself. If you wanted to upload this greeting into your Cricut, you would use SVG. Okay. And you can do that, and you can put a shape behind it and cut it out however you want with your Cricut. Okay. Which is really cool. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do cut and print with my Cricut. I'm just going to go straight to downloading this. So I'm going to use the PNG, and I have more than one page in here. So it automatically wants to create a zip file. I don't want a zip file. I just want one file, and I want the current page that I'm working on. So I'm going to go unclick all pages and then current file. Okay, or just page 1. Just make sure you know where you are with this. Okay, and then I'll click on done. Right? Now that it's ready to download, I can click on download. Now, I already have one on my computer, so I'm not going to click on download for this. I'm going to take you to my desktop so you can see that. And make sure that that is open here. Okay. So now I'm going to take you to my desktop. And you can see that I have the 4x6 greeting insert here. Now, I have a Brother printer. I would have to look at my other video to tell you exactly which Brother it is. But my laser printer cost me only $100. And it has been really great. When I click on this insert, the file comes up. Okay. Easy peasy, right? I'm going to go up to File, and I use a Mac, so if you're using Windows, I apologize. And your printer dialog box will pop open. Now, I'm going to share this as if you guys have never printed anything before, so if this is very, very basic and you are bored to death, I apologize, but I really want those people who are not familiar with changing the sizes of your printer pages to be able to follow along. And if you love that, give me a like. Okay, first thing you want to make sure is that your printer is there. If you have not set up your printer to your computer, you're going to have to add that, and that's an entirely different video. You can check out that on the web. Okay. When the printer dialog box pops open, at least mine, it defaults to 8.5 by 11 paper. That is not the size of this. The file name that I chose was 4x6 because this is a 4x6 piece of paper that I hand cut. Okay, and I will feed it through the opening of my Brother printer. Okay, and I do have a video, and I'll try to make sure to link that to this video. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the 8.5 by 11, and it brings up all of these different paper sizes. Okay, now you see that I have one that's 4x6, but I created that. And the way that I created that was I went to Manage Custom Sizes. Imagine this all blank. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and create a 5x5 so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so I always, whenever I do printing for my greetings, I always do minimal margins. Okay, because I don't want, I formatted this greeting to the specific size. I already know that there is margins there. And if I use the 0.25 margins, it's just going to make it smaller. Okay, so I choose 0.1 margin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the Add button. And it's going to bring a thing that says Untitled. And it's going to default to the 8.5 by 11. So before anything, let's go ahead and change these all to 0.1. If you want to have more margin, sure, you can have more margin. That's just not the way that I do it. Okay. And then 5 by 5. Okay. Now after you do that, make sure instead of just clicking on OK, that you come up here and you double click on it to rename it. And I like to rename it the paper size. So 5 by 5, and then say OK. So if I had a 5 by 5, that's how it would print. Now, we all know that it's not. So let me go in here and choose the 4 by 6. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys know how to do that. Okay, so now it's on scale 100%. Okay, and that is good. And we click on print. Now I've already printed this, so you know that it looks like this. Okay, that's what it looks like, and that's will end up what will end up showing. Now you don't, because of the size, with my printer I cannot put it in the tray. Okay, again, it is the manual feed that is in the front. Okay, so now that it's like this, you can do whatever you want. If you wanted to, you could just die cut with your frame, and this is one of the Spellbinders die frames. I think I use A and B cutting frames. I can't remember if this is A or B, but this is the smaller of the set. And you could just, go ahead and cut it out and paste it into your insert. Okay, you just paste it in there. But like I said, this was done with toner paper, so there's all kinds of toner paper that you can use. You can use regular toner paper, okay, like a green, right? Or you can make it really fun, and Decofoil has these rainbow foil papers that I absolutely love, okay? Or you can do multiple papers. So what I have here, and I have not taken it apart, so I'm praying that it is okay and I don't have to redo this. But I've already used my mini Minc foil machine, okay? And this is just a paper Nina 110 card stock that I folded, and now it's my carrier. You have to have a carrier, and a carrier means something to put it into. I know that sounds dumb, but when I first started, everyone was talking about carriers, and I'm like, what in the hell are they talking about? And I choose to use paper ones, okay? Just be mindful that you're putting paper in a heated machine. So, but I've done it so many times, it's not going to burn up. So anyway, I used 2 different foil papers, fed it through there. And now let's just go ahead and remove this. And, oh, isn't that so beautiful? Look at that. It's so cute. I love that rainbow effect. If you guys love that rainbow effect, let me hear some comments or some likes. Okay, let's go ahead and do the bottom. And that is beautiful. All right, now the grand reveal. Oh, isn't that so pretty? That is so pretty. So this is not foiled, and this is foiled. Okay, now if you see a little speck like this, again, those of us who foil, we probably already know this. So if you are new to foiling, there is something called a sand eraser that is really great. This is by Tombow. And I will just take out that little tiny speck. And it is perfect. It is perfect. Isn't that so beautiful? So beautiful. Okay, so now that we have that, now we can die cut it. Now I try so hard to remember this, but die cut this after you foil, because putting it in your foil machine will, the foil machine has to apply pressure, and applying pressure will take away that embossing that your die plates do. Okay, so let's see here. So I'm going to go like this because I got to see. And because I cut this to a specific size, then I know that I just need to align this up right so it's not crooked. I don't think it's crooked. That is the worst thing, to do all of this and then everything is crooked. And you're like, ah, no. All right. I'm putting it in here. Feeding that through there. All right. Put this over to the side. There is the insert. Okay. And now I'm going to apply it in here. And as always, I use glue because I cannot use tape. Oh, I really wish I could use tape, but I just can't use tape, guys. Every time I try, oh my gosh, I'm just like, oh no, it's crooked. Okay. And I'm not going to put any in the middle, because if I put some in the middle, then it's going to show through here. Okay. Let me stand up so I can see this. Make sure it's properly aligned. I have some glue on my fingers. Ah! Clean that up. That's the only thing about glue. When it comes out, I think we'll be okay. The sand eraser also removes glue. Okay, and there you go. Is that not so adorable? Can you imagine? You create a card. I mean, if you're going to put time into making a card, go all the way out, guys. Go all the way out. The person who's going to receive this card is just going to be totally in love, so appreciated of the time that you took. All right. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I will be coming out with a tutorial on how I created this. As you can see, I did use that 3D embossing folder for the background. This, I did use the Better Press bonus for February for the Hello Spring sentiment. And then the dies are from the February Deluxe Caboodle large die and small die. Okay, so this Cockle was the large die of the month, and the this big leaf was from the large die, and then the rest of it was from the small die of the month. And this is elevated, and I will share with you guys how I elevated that. There's absolutely no foam tape that I used for this. All scrap pieces of paper. Yep. So anyway, well, today I get to go see my daughter's a bridal shower venue, and I'm really excited about that. I will be filming what it looks like before, and then sometime, I will say sometime in the middle of March, I will have a video. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it short or make it a long one, but I'll have a transformation of the venue with all of the flowers that I created with my Cricut into a tropical theme. So looking forward to that. So make sure you subscribe and comment and like, so you will get notified when I go live, because I never know when I'm going to go live. And I do have a video that is in my YouTube creator queue that I just need to put some metadata on there. And that one, I believe that you guys will really like it. Although I can't remember what it's all about. but anyway, thank you so much, guys. I'm going to get out of here.